This video is brought to you by 10, our debut hardcover book celebrating 10 issues of the local project. Use the code BOOK5 at checkout for a 5% discount.
It's such a rugged landscape. It's rolling hills and at the end of the site, expansive views out to ocean. So the journey to the house itself is quite special. The intimacy was really important because of the weather, to be able to have sort of cosy spaces that feel protected, that you can retreat to and really bunker down in and watch the weather come through. I'm Lucy Cuthbertson. I'm an associate at Carr and I was the project architect on Peninsula House.
My name is Sue Carr, and my role in the project, working with Chris McHugh and Lucy Cuthbertson, the team on the project, was to develop the big idea as the result of the client brief.
Peninsula House is located at Flinders, which is located on Victoria's Mornington Peninsula. We're in a rural agricultural farmland area, but part of our site opens up directly onto the Bass Strait. So the brief from our clients had two really key elements. The first being somewhere they could house their amazing art collection and celebrate that. And the second being a house that could accommodate our two clients and feel cosy when they're here together, but then could expand when they've got guests and family coming to visit. We worked with wind consultants when we were first looking to site the building, looking to find prevailing winds and where we might find protected space on the site. Our wind reports came back that basically there's wind coming from everywhere. So that really helped us know that we wanted to settle the house into the landscape to create as much protection as possible and create strategic outdoor areas that we knew would be protected from the elements.
The idea from the entry was to create an undulating carriageway, if you like, to arrive at a beautiful courtyard that was quite pristine and mysterious. The northern arrival was then the idea of the experience of entering the property internally and capturing immediately the amazing view. Second experience was the art gallery. You entered from the gallery as a public entry, but the private entry was on the southern spine. So the client and the family can move through the spaces without actually entering the public gallery. So there's kind of a dual axis on the property and two elevations that are equally important.
The house floor plan was really about the celebration of expansion of spaces and then compression. We can shut down zones and open them up as needed. When we were designing the plan, really brought to life the idea of the central spine down the building. And that central spine is the gallery for the artworks, but it's also the more formal axes for people to use. But the planning allowed us to create the glazed facade to be the more intimate circulation. And when it's just our two clients in residence, that's the circulation path that they will use. So that is being quite a special part of the building and makes it feel very homely, but still a building of scale. We've allowed the building to open and close through the use of extensive pocket doors throughout the building, all beautifully detailed with lovely hardware, which has the very simplified palette that we've used across the whole building, but have a lovely touch to them.
The materiality of the building needed to deal with external forces. We worked very hard to find something that had a rural feel rather than a city feel.
It talks to a contemporary reinterpretation of the farmhouse in its scale, but its materiality as well. The metal roof is a reinterpretation of the more traditional gabled farmhouse turned upwards. There's a lot of hard materiality which reflects the landscape that we're sitting in, but it's warm and it's tonal. It's a subdued background which influences the calmness of the house. Coming back here after a few years, it's been wonderful to see the materials aging in the way that we hoped that they would. The timber out in the courtyard has silvered, which really is tying back into the render that we were sitting against. So seeing that progression has been very special.
The way the house feels changes from morning, noon to night, depending on what season it is and what time of the year. And the house is here to absorb all of that and feel it. That's the point of it. It's an ever-changing landscape. And always you get the best outcome when there's a combination of an amazing client that understands design and a builder that was passionate about what he was building. It was an aspirational project.
This video is brought to you by 10, our debut hardcover book celebrating 10 issues of the local project. 10 unites the very best projects from the first 10 issues of the publication into a beautiful single volume. With over 400 pages of architecture and design from both leading and emerging creatives, the hardcover book takes readers on a curated and meditative journey. The premium paper stock of the book means 10 is an enduring addition to a coffee table or library to be enjoyed for years to come. With worldwide delivery available, have 10 delivered directly to your door. Head to the link in the video description to purchase your copy now and use the code BOOK5 at checkout for a 5% discount.